Hello, this is Leftovers. We are watching Leftovers, season 3, episode 7. There's only two more episodes of the series. This is it. We're getting to the end. Um, uh, I can't believe it. It's gonna end in two episodes. You know, so much, so much has happened. Kevin is planning to do his death act again. He's gonna take himself. He's gonna kill himself again, and then he's going to go to the other side and give everybody what they want. Help out, talk to Evie, and get Matt's. Um, wait, no, not Matt. Matt's kind of gone his own thing now. He seems to be at peace. I think that was actually Matt's. Maybe that was Matt's ending right there. That was his resolve. Is he now has to decide what he actually wants for himself? Since I don't know. It's not over yet. There's more. There's more to him, surely. But it's kind of sad place to end off, isn't it? Him on the cruise, ending the cruise with I'm just gonna die, and I realized everything I ever did was for somebody else. It was kind of like, wow, that's a mean place to leave him. He better be something there. I mean, I don't know. I was expecting to see his wife then or something again. It would be very. I think it would be very dissatisfying if he just ends there. I hope not. I hope that's not where Matt ends up. He deserves so much more than that. But we got Matt. We got yeah. Kevin Senior wants to find the guy who he killed and get his song from him so he can dance it. I think that's most that's oh yeah, and then the lady wants to see her kids. So it's everybody came together because of Kevin, and they each have their own reason for what they want. Something they each have something they want from him that he can give them. No one else, no one else can give him, but but him. No one else can give it to them but him. And you have I mean, except for Matt. Matt's kind of done figuring it out. Lori killed herself. Apparently, uh, I still don't know exactly why she did it. Was it because I thought, okay, if I was to think about it, I would say it's because she felt like nothing. I think she felt that. Well, we know she was gonna kill herself already because of the pills. We know she was gonna do it before that, and I think that based on all that, I think it's about the fact that she felt she didn't belong in this world anymore. I think she felt that she wasn't useful. You know what I mean? After all, it seems that most of the people who joined the, I guess all of them really, almost everybody who has joined the cult, the guilty remnant, eventually killed themselves. Right? That they seem, I mean, Evie didn't know what she was getting into. She was too young to figure that out. But everybody else, they died. They were willing to kill him. They were willing to die. Meg as well. So it shows it's totally a suicide cult. That lady in the second season or whatever that Lloyd tried to help. I think all that stuff contributed to it. It's because you see all the shit around you and you realize it's lost its meaning, and then you have nothing else to live for. This is all it's gonna be forever and ever and ever. And somehow, I guess people disappearing and all that kind of sucked the joy out of life. And then also the baby and her got sucked out, right, and all that stuff. And it's a ugly feeling that leaves you in a state of hopelessness. And I think Laurie, I think she just gave up on it all. It was just too much, too much. And the only reason she didn't kill herself earlier, I think, is because of her kids. I think that's what it was. I think she thought about her children first. And when when it happened, I mean, I think her kids are okay now. I think that made it okay for her to do something. I don't know, cause I guess she probably been thinking about it for a while. Something about now seemed appropriate. Is it because it's the seventh year? Because I think she did kill herself right on the day. It's happening right. It is today, I think. Yeah. Um, I wasn't clear. I don't know if it was that the seventh day yesterday. Was it the seventh year? Years. I don't know. Something about a seven is very 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 relevant to everybody. Anyway, I'm going off tangent. That was talking about last episode, but so much to talk about. So much to talk about. Laurie, Laurie's gonna kill herself and all that. I wonder if we're gonna see her in. You know what? I don't know if she killed herself because I didn't see it yet, but it sure looks like she did. But I'm not really sure anymore. And if you don't see it if you don't see it on the show, you're not really sure if it's what's happening. Okay, so I want to go with the fact that, uh, okay, if we see her in the afterlife that Kevin goes to, if this is the episode where we see this. Oh, by the way, the episode is called the most powerful man in the world and his identical twin brother. Now, I'm never quite sure whether Kevin is the identical brother, or is he supposed to be Jesus, or is he supposed to be the identical brother? I'm never been quite, uh, not quite sure which one he's supposed to be. I don't even know what that means, even if I knew. But I'm assuming that would say this is the episode. And if I don't see Laurie in the afterlife place, then I'm gonna say she didn't kill herself. I'm not sure. I don't know yet. But if I don't see her there, then she's still alive. I wonder if we're gonna see Evie. I wonder if we're gonna see everybody who was in the last all this entire show. Everybody who's died, Wayne again and Patty. Oh, we're gonna probably see Patty again. See all these characters again one more time in this explosive, freaking final whatever, And then the last episode gonna be like an epilogue, I think. It'll be like this is gonna be the big final, I feel. And then the last episode, it's gonna be an episode that kind of close things off because so much to cover. There's no way you can't just have a big explosive final and then just end it, right? This is gonna be the explosive final. Everything, the accumulation of everything, and then the next episode gonna be winding things down, I think. Nora, now as for Nora, she has found herself in the machine. She found the machine, and she decided, and it looks like she plans to use it. She's gonna use it. She's spending her last moments with Matt before she goes into the machine. It never comes back. She can never come back. Because she either goes somewhere or she dies. It's one of those two things, and either way, nobody comes back. But we saw her in the future. It looks like when she's an old lady in what I think is Australia. So that confuses me. Confuses I bet you confused everybody at the start, right? Because what the hell? Where is she? Well, that would imply she didn't die. She didn't do it. If she's an old lady there, that means she didn't do it. But she looks haunted, like she saw something. I don't know. I can't wait to find out how that's gonna play out because I know it's gonna be something huge. They set it up from the very beginning. They haven't come back to it at all, so we don't know where that's gonna go. I can't. I can't even imagine. And I'm gonna guess anything I try to guess is just not gonna. This show's gonna go a whole different way with it. But that's it. This is the freaking the penultimate episode of Leftovers. We're about to end history here. This freaking show. Any last words on it? It's only 2 more episodes here. I think that's kind of covering it for me. There's so many characters we never got to see again. We never got to see Jill's friend again with the duck lips, and I don't know. We never saw the mayor again, or the police cop guys and all that. But I guess why would we see them anyway? This is the journey of a couple of characters we followed throughout their time surviving this insanity that happened to them and how they dealt with it, basically. Kevin, Nora, Matt, and I guess Laurie. They've kind of been the main characters of all seasons in some way. And the kids, the kids are an extension of who they are, though. So they that shows you that they made it out okay, because their families survive, right? You know what I mean? They are they represent the like trophies. The kids and all that represent their success, I guess, in life. That they've succeeded despite all the craziness, they succeeded in raising the kids, and that's what matters. But yes, I think Lori. I'm back to that. I think Lori killed herself because she didn't think she was being useful anymore. Life didn't make any sense anymore, and she couldn't do what she was trying to do. I think she was desperately trying to help people. She was trying to get a book deal, anything she could do to try and stop this. I mean, to try and get rid of those feelings. I think she wanted to think she was helping the world, but it wasn't that simple. And one, psychiatry session or whatever, lying to people about things to make them feel better was just candy coating it. It was a placebo effect, and it's not gonna hold. These people need real healing, and you're basically just lying to him. I didn't like that, and obviously they showed that that's not gonna heal the whole world. Yeah, I don't like how she just kind of. I think maybe she didn't like it either. Part of why she just kind of dropped out of it, because she just realized that. I think she had to kind of come to a sort of a intermediate term there, like a between sections there, because she clearly believes in one thing, but I think she started to realize that it wasn't 100% helping everyone. It wasn't helping everybody the way she wanted it to, and she I think she kind of just leapt into the madness, and then she found herself not being able to take that for too long, and she ended up killing herself. Okay, so that's freaking. This is the 7th episode. We only got one more to go after this one. Also, anybody gotta recommend stuff for me to watch after this? Please put that in the comment section. Let me know. I pretty much check out everything. I'll at least give it a shot. No promises, but I will definitely check out everything. Mainly if it doesn't get that many views, then it won't be on. Then I won't continue in it basically. But I might watch it on my own, But no sense putting it on here if it's not gonna get that much views. But I'll give it a shot. That's what I mean by I'll give it a shot. I'll check anything. So let me know what else to watch after this show, because damn, I don't know what I want to do. Everything else seems so much more simple compared to this show, and I need more complexity in my life. So throw me a bone for some awesome shows, man. Please recommend stuff, because I would check them out. I promise. I would definitely check them out. Anything that people want, what you guys want to see. And now, let's get started with Leftovers, episode 7 of season 3, The Most Powerful Man in the World, and his identical twin brother. Let's go. What's the theme song gonna be like today? Let's do it. Oh shit. This is the one from the first season. Wow, it's so freaking heavy, man. Feels like it's all come down to this. Oh my gosh.
What do you want?
I want to be cremated.
I want to be stuffed. Display me prominently. Just stick me in the corner of the bedroom or something.
Oh my god. I heard that conversation.
Okay,
Lily.
I'll stuff you. On one condition. I get to put a beard on you.
Oh, he has a beard now. Oh, this is right after. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ!
He's just chilling under the water.
Get him out!
I know what you want me to say to Evie. Anything else?
We're gonna do it. Let's do it.
My children.
Liam, Abigail, David, Samantha, Jimmy.
Wow. Liam, Abigail,
You
David,
want me to
Samantha,
find
Jimmy.
Christopher Sunday, learn the song, so you can stop the flood, right?
Oh shit, is amazing.
Then let go.
Let's do this. That has so many meanings. That's so much to say. There's so much to say about that. I mean, there's so many meanings to that. Let go. You know what I mean? You gotta let go of your son. Let him go. Let him do his thing. So bad. Holy shit!
Kevin Harvey.
Oh no, the Harvey again. Holy shit! What the hell? What? It's freaking Dean.
Harvey.
What the hell? Of course he's dead.
Bear.
Oh my gosh, he gets one more freaking mission together. One more mission together, Dean. Holy shit. Who found? Oh, the Russians. That's where you got stabbed.
He stood on the bow.
Didn't he get shot in the middle of the chest? So what is that?
Who's
we
the target?
killing? Yeah, who's the target?
President.
Okay. So all of them are in some kind of a new role here. I bet you. Oh my god.
Stick that in your ear.
Every time I see a bark like that, I think of the freaking bud.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
It's God.
Do I know you?
Kind of a British Australian accent. God's
Met you on the
here.
bridge. You said I was the most powerful man in the world.
He did? That's what he told him?
Right you are.
Everybody's in white. Makes me think of the guilty remnant. He's not the president, is he? Don't tell me he's gonna kill himself. What?
In the early days of our movement, it was mandatory that all members' traditions were stupid.
What? So,
Now,
so he's
what
saying
happens to the children?
the guilty. He became the head of the guilty
And
remnant.
so, we
Liam.
even play for them.
Whoa.
Why aren't you wearing any shoes?
Yes.
Why does it matter?
So crazy. It's like it's. Oh shit. That's so crazy. Now she's she's protesting him.
have to talk to that girl until I
Oh shit, that's Kevin. That's the other Kevin, right? That's so cool. She actually is in the last episode. I mean, she's in the
You know
last
who I am.
season.
Yes.
I have a message for you from your father. He wants you to know that you're loved.
Oh. Holy shit. Oh shit.
I was just with Evie. I delivered your message.
Oh shit.
They didn't know what happened to their shoes.
Okay. That was the answer then. Oh.
Did you get the song?
I was working on it. Take me to the bathroom.
Yep. Right in the shower, freaking tub.
She can. Well, look at him. You got what you wanted. Now you're worried about him. Out there is the goddamn.
And now you're
flood.
worried
That's
about
why
him?
We're fucking doing this.
You just do what they tell you to do. What do you want,
You okay?
Kevin?
I love you, son.
I love you too.
I mean, if you can take it as whether it's real or not, it's healing everybody. This crazy ass world. You know? Holy shit, that's just like Death Stranding. That's so
You all right,
crazy.
sir? Penis. Place it on the other scanner, please, sir.
Never seen that before. Stop it. What are you looking at him for? Just give him a name. Whoever you think of it will be him, right? Or that person.
11.
What? What the hell?
Correct.
Fuck the Secretary of Defense. Why would he choose her? Oh my gosh, she's about to make her return. Whoa. From Blade Runner. What if she's, what if she gets stuck in his head again or something? He is the most powerful person in the world.
Good to see you, Mr. President. It appears the shit has hit the fan, sir.
Madam Vice President.
Laurie or Nori? Nora. It's Meg?
Played, sir.
Why would he? Why is she the vice president? What? Oh, that's what the cut is. Is he playing both sides? I don't get it.
Well, it sounds like you two have really thought this through.
Oh, she can't stare at the reflection. What is it? Is he transport to his other self?
Hey, are you there?
I said, don't fucking move!
Someone's gonna shoot. Oh! Oh shit! That's his agent on the inside.
They say they don't believe in love and they don't feel pain. I feel pain. And I'm in love. I'm in love with the most wonderful man I have ever known. His name is God. What is it with you in the fucking comms room? I thought you were an assassin. I mean, who do you need?
Oh shit!
What's happening? What was that noise?
I don't know. You tell me. You're God.
Hell yeah! What do you want? Yeah. Make your own decision.
Song to stop the rain.
There's no song to stop the rain. I tell your father, but he didn't listen. You believe your father can sing a song and stop the flood?
Probably not. No.
Then why are you here?
Just trying to give him what he wanted. No, I bet.
I want to go home.
Do you? It's just that you've been known to say that before, and yet you keep leaving home and coming here. Sounds like something you need to work out with yourself.
Is that why he's got to come in here?
Because I'm not fucking letting it.
Gentlemen, language.
Fuck you. The problem is that this is stupid. I don't care about any of this. It's bullshit. Doesn't make any sense.
I'd like you to read this for us.
Chapter 1.
Just read the last page.
She had suspected it all along, and now she knew. He was a coward. Coward dressed in the uniform of a brave man, to fight countless enemies, and yet, in the end, he was terrified. He was terrified of her, by her, as he wept. Show her he was small, for her to know that and touch his cheek. All he knew to do was run. He was alone. And all was well.
Take this thing out of me.
Why?
So he can't ever come back here again.
Blow it all up.
God only knows what I'd be without you.
We fucked up with Norm.
There's no flood. Just can't kill Kevin, man.
I don't think I'm ready to come down.
It's a new day.
Now what?
Now what? We go on, man. Nothing after it. What? No. No. Yeah, now what? Oh no. Amazing episode. Okay. I'm gonna try and see what I have to say about that. Okay, it's all speculation, right? Because the show, I think, is up. I think that the show is totally up for interpretation. How different people, how you see it, you know. But based on all that, it looks like, I think this was him. It looks like they were setting up the idea that Kevin kind of created a safe space in his head, I think, where he could escape from the world. You know, like you watch a movie to escape, like some kind of a bank heist movie or some sci-fi adventure. He's just trying to escape from reality, and I think that place he went to feels like it's like what it's saying to me is that it was a safe space. It was his place to get away from the reality of the world. That's why he could be an assassin, and all the people he knew were in there and everything. I can't explain how God's in there. I don't know how that works, but I mean the same guy. He never even met the guy, but somehow he was in his dream. Don't know. Maybe that's how a lot of people picture God. I don't know. I didn't been picturing looking like that, but I don't know. Who knows? But for whatever reason, I can't explain that one. But it's like he ended up this episode was him finishing off that side of himself that was still like running away from his responsibilities or something, you know. Like a part of him was always trying to like I guess the way they said it, he was afraid of intimacy or something, of showing himself to be human or something like that, you know. And he always like denied her. So I guess it's kind of like saying that there's a part of him that wouldn't there's a part of him that he wouldn't let her in some way or something like that. And he's always running away from people. You know, so he's never been fully happy. Because I remember back in season 2 when they mentioned about no, season 1, season 2, I think, I don't know, but yeah, one of those. I think it was season 1, where the father mentioned, because he seemed unhappy at the party, and the father said that you're unhappy because, like every guy who's ever existed, you're wondering, is this it? Is this all that it is? And you're rebelling against that idea. You're trying to find, you know, you're looking for that next thing that you know, or something like that, you know. And now his father's asking him now, what's next? What isn't it? Now the father's asking him, what do we do now? You know, but it's like that. I don't know how to explain it. It's like he was always looking for something else, but it was always like right in front of him or something like that, you know. But I guess he wasn't fully reformed or whatnot. He wasn't fully healed, and I think coming here, he finally got to. What do you want, Kevin? You know, I think he wants Noah back, and I think what he killed, he kind of like kills his old self. I think he's finished off. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Most powerful person on the planet and his twin brother. I have no idea, but he kills off his other self, I think, and he's healed somehow. I noticed he hasn't sleptwalked since season 2. Ever since Patty was finished off, I feel like he stopped sleepwalking too. I wonder what that was about. I think it's because extreme things happen to these people that they need extreme measures to heal them, and this was his way of doing that. He needed something like this to really get over this kind of thing. He had to go into his own head and face these people in a different reality. So that to be able to accomplish his goals, they couldn't get the song, and the father, obviously the flood didn't happen, and it was it was just rain, and it was over, and the father is now stunned on the roof trying to figure out what to do. He says he doesn't really want to come down because he doesn't know what to do when he does. When I come back off this roof, what do I do with my life? My whole life was I thought it came to this, and now it's nothing because I didn't even do it, and obviously nothing happened. The world didn't end, so it was a lie or something like that. What do I do now? And then the Tony, he's looking at his son, asking him, what do I do now? I thought you were dead and everything. It's also kind of sweet they ended up in the boat. There's so many things right there. Yeah, what do we do now? I knew it. See, this was the big episode. I feel like Kevin is healed now, and now you gotta go find Nora or something, right? But it looks like Nora is alone, old lady in the last episode. So how does that work? Did she go through the machine or not? There's still a bunch of questions to figure out there. I know we're not gonna get complete answers to everything, but I hope Matt goes back to his family or something. I don't know. Maybe it's too late. That'd suck. So, now wait. Besides the message it was trying to deliver, let's go back to what the episode was like. The episode was so cool with its assassin ring and everything. And the freaking Dean came back was a nice surprise. But I understand it was only in the dead world though, playing some kind of like a role, playing a role. You know, like the closet. You know, who do you want to be? Everybody kind of chooses that something from the closet. Interesting though, he ended up on the beach. There was actually a lot of Death Stranding. After playing Death Stranding, there's actually a lot of symbolism from that. Now he died and came back on the beach, and he throws up water because when he was in the other world, he was throwing up. Water was going in his lungs, and so he spits it out in his afterlife, kind of thing. It's kind of interesting how they're all kind of connected there. But it was weird how he was like going through the mirror to like go between themselves. And it's like this whole thing was kind of playing out whether he wanted it to or not. And so he would like switch bodies, and his body would be in another position already, as if he had already done all these things. But it's like, I don't know if he remembers it or not. I feel like he does and he doesn't. He's kind of drifting in and out between the role he's playing and the person he is. It's really confusing. So in a way, it's like there was like 4 people in there or something. There was the 2 people playing the roles, and then there's the 2 people he really was. Something like that. No, 3 people. 2 people. I don't know. But I think he was facing off against his older self. Maybe what God meant was, and he said this is as real as it's ever been, was like saying that, I don't know, because I don't know, how do you explain that? It's real to you. I don't think he's talking about real, like actually physically there. I think he's talking about it's real to your mind, and whatever happens in here will either break it or fix it or break it, something like that. Maybe because what happened here, he was able to heal people. I can tell. What Laurie couldn't do, he could, and it's only because I think because he had to go to this crazy place to do it. He had to go through so much to get here. It looked impossible and all that. That it makes it real to these people. So by being able to, nobody else could tell John that Evie was dead and that he had spoken to her, because all these other people feel like charlatans compared to what Kevin did. Kevin, he saw what Kevin could do, so he believes in Kevin. And when Kevin drowns and comes back and says it, he says it with such confidence that he believes it. And that's what he needed to actually heal. Because I think for Kevin, it felt real too. That's the key, is, you know what I mean? Whether it was real or not doesn't matter, but it was real to them, and so it matters. That's what I think he means by real. It's as real as it gets, because it's almost realer than real. It doesn't matter if it happened. If it felt like it happened to you, then it happened, or something like that. You know, there's something about that phrasing is very I keep trying to dissect it. But anyway, I think he gave John peace. John is finally at peace. Yeah, even if whether it's crazy or not doesn't matter. If it helped him in the end, I guess, you know. That's what matters. I also missed a line they mentioned in the last episode with John. He talks about the boat, and he said that the boat was a bunch of people who had come together for some other reason to build a boat. I forget, some kind of a honoring thing or something, but it had nothing to do with the flood. But you know, so it sounds even more crazy, right? But it's like, it doesn't matter that not all the details are adding up. It doesn't matter, because in the end, if the result is the same, then it doesn't matter that not all the details that led up to it made any sense, because the outcome is all that matters. I don't know. It's something like that. But I think that it just, John had to go through some kind of journey to get where he needed to be. He couldn't just, it's like how some things are worth waiting for. Some things you need to go through a lot of crazy shit to make it worthwhile. It's like, why you gotta, like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like maybe writers feel like this, because whoever wrote this book and whatever, I didn't know it was a book, by the way. It's like I feel like you have to, I feel like if you're gonna write something or whatever, I feel like it makes it better when you've earned it, in the sense that I didn't just sit down and write, but like I had to climb a mountain or face my worst fears to write this book or something like that. It's like, I didn't need to climb a mountain to write a book about this thing, but I felt like it was like climbing up a mountain, so I needed to know what it was like, or I don't know, something like that. Like the circumstances matter, right? I could have just wrote a book. I don't know. I want to write about a mountain, about a guy climbing a mountain. I think I should probably do it too, to suffer through it. Or there's something to say about suffering for one's art. That it should be somewhat, there should be some suffering involved. If it's too easy, you're not pushing yourself enough, right? That the best work comes out of pain and heartache, and that kind of stuff really grinds out true drama and whatnot like that. And the same thing can be applied here, in that I think that the only way these people are going to be okay, because of the circumstances, they need to go through really extreme, harsh, I'm repeating myself, but you get the idea, extreme, harsh situations to come out the other end, then they can say that they made it, you know? And so Kevin's circumstance is so unique that John would believe him over anybody else, because he's seen what he thought was a miracle, and that was enough. In a way, it's kind of like what Laurie did by helping those people. So it is actually kind of like that. You make people believe you can do something, and you can make them. The difference between this and Kevin is Kevin really believes it. He really believed he was over there and doing stuff with other people. But anyway, back to the story of that whole thing. It was incredible. This whole weird back and forth. It was like 3 different people in the bodies. The 2 people who were playing the role of himself, playing the role, and his own self-consciousness, like going back and forth between the bodies. I mean, we had You know, there was a feel of a super agent, like a James Bond thing, and then assassins. But it was also this whole presidential thing, and we had Kevin came back. There's the other Kevin was there. We had this whole apocalyptic event going on with the bombs and stuff. We're gonna have to press this button. I don't know. There was so many little things coming into play in this story, as Kevin just went here to do this stuff for them, but slowly tries to find his own answers in this place. And I guess, you know, it doesn't matter whether it was real or not, but that it was real to them. I feel like that's like what the story's about, you know. All it matters is that it was real to them. That it healed them because of it. It was good enough. Whether this really happened or not, the end result is that he's okay. And I think it's the circumstances that needed it to happen this way. But it was so cool. It was so cool the way it was done. Freaking Patty coming back from the dead again. It's so weird he called her into being. There's probably a whole bunch of stuff to analyze on that. Is why he called those specific people, and Nora wasn't even in it. I think because that's what he was trying to get back to. But I think every single one of the characters in this world was there as something of his subconsciousness trying to heal, right? Because that's what Laurie said about Patty. Although I don't want to believe that. I still think that because I can go down both paths, right? That it was all in his head. But I'd rather have the idea that Patty was real, that he was special, that he was creating this thing in his head. And I still think the show can be played both ways, that you're never quite sure what happened. But all that matters is in the end, I think he's better. I think he's better now. He's not sleepwalking and everything. I think this is the last straw of it all. It all came down to him having to admit that he screwed up with Nora, right? It's like Jill was worried about. But I think he's better now. Does that mean he goes to find her? But I don't think he does. I don't know. Don't know yet. There's only one more episode of the show. How are they gonna wrap all this up? They're not gonna. There's no way they can wrap everything up in one episode, but they're gonna do what they can. Anyways, it's gonna be an epilogue, I'm sure. It's gonna be a very somber episode because all the explosive stuff happened in this one. And it's interesting, he had to blow it up. That was the only way. It's like how he pushed her in the well. It's like somehow Kevin gotta kill the things he has in him to remove it or something like that. He feels the need to literally have to kill it. He gotta kill her to get him out of his head or something. He had to kill this place so he doesn't have to come back here anymore. It's so weird. But it's like by killing it in his head, it's like he went through his own therapy. He destroys it in his head. That destroys it in real life. Laurie was not in it. Now, a lot of people weren't in it. Wayne wasn't in it. You know, Jill wasn't in it. The friend wasn't in it. So a lot of people who... Wayne wasn't in it actually means more because he was dead. He wasn't in it. So that could mean, is Laurie alive or not? She looked like she was going to die though. But she wasn't in his afterlife. But then again, maybe she wasn't going to be. Because Wayne wasn't in it. Why would she be? But she wasn't the last one. I don't know. But he has ended his... I think he's ended his safe place to be now. Now he has to be in the world. And what is he going to choose to be? The dad said, what now? We're going to find out in the last episode, freaking next week. I was tempted to watch it right now, but we cannot. I gotta save it for next week. So that is Leftovers, penultimate episode. The most powerful man in the world and his twin brother. This is the second to last episode of the freaking show, and I'll see you guys next week. One more thing, and of course, anyone want to recommend any shows to me? Let me know, please. I'm here to watch everything. Oh, I love watching stuff, watching everything. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one next week. Last episode. Oh boy.